Way too often.
I probably check social media at least once an hour when I'm not in class.
Like a few times a day. Like twice an hour. Yes.
Yes, every time I'm bored, I automatically go to my social media to refresh my feed.
I think it's like the way that we cope with boredom is by refreshing our feed.
Yes, I think whenever, at least when I don't know what to do in a social setting, or if I don't know anyone, I automatically go to my phone because it looks like I'm doing things and it makes it look like I have something to do and I'm not like confused and lost in a social setting.
Yes, I always do that when I feel awkward and by myself in social settings.
I think that the majority of our generation uses social media as a crutch when they're in social interactions, and like when you're sitting around with your friends and there's an awkward silence, like the immediate reaction is to grab your phone.
Yeah, every time I get likes, I feel a sense of confidence just because someone double clicked my picture. It's so stupid, but it's still reassuring in a weird way.
Okay, really good. I think that it feels good to get a lot of likes on a photo, but I don't necessarily think it feels bad to not get a lot of likes.
Yes.
I think there's people in my life who have created conflict over social media, but I don't think personally I've ever let it affect my relationships.
There have been some Twitter fights between people in high school, but that's pretty much it.
Yes, I've had people negatively comment on my social media posts because they don't agree with what I have to say or what pictures I like to post, and it's affected my relationship with my friends as well as my family just because we disagree with things, and I've lost friendships over it, actually.
I think that our generation lacks a sense of connection, and that we're kind of justifying that and making up for it using social media and this like fake connections that we have with each other through the internet and technology.
I think that people post things because they want to share what's going on in their life and they want to be accepted, and yeah.
I think people post because they like to share things with the world and they like to have attention. People like when they get attention and they like to be checked up on and that know that people are thinking about them on a constant basis.
Yes, all the time, almost every day.
I often go on social media on others' profiles and compare my post to their posts and how many likes I get versus how many likes they get, just to compare who's getting more attention and who's getting more followers. And it's stupid, but it's just what happens.
Yeah, I think everyone kind of compares themselves to people through social media. I think that even if it's not like a physical attraction, like attractiveness thing, that it's off of who has a better life or who's doing this or who's more successful. And I think there's some kind of comparison that's like inherently had by seeing people's lives over social media.
I think like everyone's just kind of competing on social media, and I think connections are more made in person and not like online.
I think that it can be used in positive ways to globally connect people. I think that there's a disconnect that comes physically, like over cultural boundaries, that it can connect, but I also think in close relationships, it's mostly used to disconnect.
I think social media does more disconnecting because really when we're using it, we're disconnecting from the real world. I mean, it depends what you're trying to connect to. If you want to connect to the internet, then social media is for you, but if you're trying to connect to a real life, then you're definitely disconnecting when you use social media.